Hello guys, and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires with our first ever playthrough of Saba. We have had a run around with Palmyra recently. Dude, every time I look at Rome, they're getting bigger. Every time I look at Rome, they're getting bigger. Thankfully, the Antigonids are on the way to liking me. They're on the way to liking me. So that's good. That war with Rhodes, which is these. And with Scythia, which is up here. I don't even know how they're fighting that war. They don't border them. Not directly. So, that's fun. Maria, of course, likes me more and more over time. Two of the biggest nations that would also kind of like each other I might be making friends of. They're getting their asses beat recently, though. I know Maria also has off-screen events where they can send troops off-screen. We took over the capital of Palmyra. They have a new one now. And that's the one with the royal tomb, yeah. Well, they have a new one now. So, that'll be another abandoned palace, but hey, legacy. We took over a lot of stuff. We lost that one thing, but we're trying to surround them now so they can't get away from me. Courthouses helping with justice. That's good. Progress token. That's cool, I guess. This was an objective, I believe. So maybe that helped our age. I think it was an objective. I forget. It might have expired for all I know. But let's look over our nation. We built a stadium over hither. Loyalty could be better with the infuriated slavers debuff anyway. It could be better. I feel like any culture building could help that. I guess emphasis on could help that. There's a lot of things that we can build though. None of these look like super amazing to me, but the cult site, I know that can get some good upgrades. I've seen that. So the extra little bit of culture wouldn't be too bad. I'll go ahead and build that. It's very easy to build. We've built a hospital up here and gotten an extra population due to our amazing health. Yes. No healthcare construction options are available now. Does it actually go into categories? I guess it does. They're all kind of in the same place usually, huh? So, food, healthcare, infrastructure, military, finances, money, and culture. So that's how it does this. Okay, I see. But hey, look, a courthouse. Less culture, less decadence, less revolt risk. I think that would be pretty good. Doesn't take a slot. 2 slots available here. I gotta want to use the infrastructure points we have in Arabia Felix somehow. Preceptor house done just next door. We have 1 building slot only, so let's go ahead and just build a crafter district. Courthouse completed next to that, only 1 slot available. Major harbor seems good to me. Money, manpower, yeah. I'm recruiting a bunch of heavy infantry, so it would definitely help. It would also open up the way to further things. I think metal will probably be the biggest limiter at that point, but, you know, if we want to do any upgrades, I'll probably look at doing upgrades once this war is done, because we'll need to kind of let these new places, acclimate to our rule, really. Crafter district has been finished up here. There are 2 slots available here. This would help a building produce more. Producing wax. Yeah, I want to start building these more because we get culture and other things by having these resources. Sure, yeah. We got a new population at Pterodon. Move him to infrastructure. We finished a charcoal pile just next to that. Damn, we could use infrastructure and we have the capacity to get it. Or an Orotation Tribune. We could also use loyalty pretty badly. This is part of Saraceno, so we share resources. Let's get the Orotation Tribune. New pop in Thamadina. Gonna leave him alone. And a new pop and a palisade. Healthcare coming in handy here. Probably just leave everything here alone. Yet again. Maybe the Preceptor house for culture and decadence reduction. It's pretty important. It's pretty important. Otherwise, Shepherd house or Herbalist, really. We have a lot of slots. I'll take the Preceptor house. It's such an important thing. Like a standard. Public works have been finished near the coast here. In Arabia Desertia. I get the major harbor. Doesn't take a slot. Sounds good to me. I mean, it doesn't cost me much of anything. Just time to build. Major harbors sound good. I've been ignoring my harbors for a little bit, so this helps hopefully make up for it. And we disbanded some men, weapons, armors, sent back to the reserve. Men? Oh, some of the men go back to the reserve? Really? The rest, I think the rest just means like equipment. So, not a big deal. A ranch has been built and a new pop is here. We don't have a public works. Well, I want a public works. We have a palisade. That's good enough. We got a new pop up here as well. It looks fine up there for me. A brickwork has been built near that. And, ooh, a lot of good options. I would like the palisade. This is a good reason of why everything needs a palisade. So one guy can't just go on a rampage. Alright. The flax field was built. That's it. We have a new population in Susiana. What do we want? We only have one slot, so I'll build a crafter district. A lot of crafter districts coming up. New population in Elam. That's good. We could use some infrastructure. I'll take that. Seems good to me. Sir, yes, sir. And then, did I miss anything? Nope. At that point, we're just hoping for the best with this situation. If we take it, and he takes nothing else, then good stuff happens. These two areas are a little vulnerable. They're not very well defended, nor are they palisaded. I do have 12 skirmishers here to try to help. And hopefully that will be enough with any other defenders if he goes that way. But we're still just going to go after him, realistically. Try to keep him surrounded and hope for the best. We'll end our turn going into 180 BC, turn 131. So, of course, he did go to the one vulnerable location, because why wouldn't he? Fucking asshole. Now, it says we have more combat power. We have 5 defending units. They are the urban militia. It put our skirmishers up front. We'll see how that kind of goes. Good skirmishing, but let's see how well this actually works out. Because it could not work out. But it could work out. Who knows? Maybe not once those cavalry start flanking me. Hey, we killed one guy. And we lost a guy. That's not good. And we lost another guy. And we lost another guy. It's the urban militia in the back. Dealing damage. Damage deal. Yeah, the skirmishers aren't great. I was planning on getting rid of these skirmishers eventually anyway, so this doesn't bother me that much. What bothers me is, like, the timing. So he's going to have a pursuit. No, it's a draw. Oh. We lost way more than he lost, though. And now I have to take this. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's going to happen here. Palace guards, but it's not going to do anything. We definitely, obviously win this. It's annoying dealing with this. So now there's another battle here. We have way more combat power, and we do have a bonus to defensive power, but yeah, we'll see. Ah, that barely went well for us at all. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be a loss for us. Ooh, that's a loss for us. Yeah, I think we're losing this place. He'll be a lot weaker, but still, this is such a nuisance. And urban militia in the back dies. Oy vey. In some cases, we're doing pretty well. But in a lot of ways, we're not doing very well. At least these skirmishers are seeing some kind of productive use. And he gets a pursuit on me, so yeah, it's basically over. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Their whole nation would not even exist right now. If not for this one fucking piece of shit guy. That's just running amok in the places where I don't have palisades. And I prioritize palisades. Use the 10 costliest units in your nation won't pay maintenance. Also named upkeep. Really? I had no idea. That's cool. Alright. A proposal of peace. You fuckers. Relinquish objective. And then give me... No, fuck you. I've conquered your whole nation. You should let me absorb you. They'll become my client state gladly. But that's not what I fucking want. I don't care about this slave market. I could buy some slaves. Yeah, it's been a while. I fucking hate this. You know where he's gonna go, right? Right up there. I'm gonna do one of these. Chase after him, maybe. Well, we're not going to get there in time. So. But he'll be trapped if he goes up that way. If he goes up this way, he'll take it, but he'll be trapped. And that just means, like, potentially another turn spent on this bullshit. And at any point, a lot of these places are likely to rebel, and they could, and they would, the first chance they get. So that's not great. It's not amazing. You got a slave? Alright. Well, this looks awful. This looks absolutely awful. None of this looks good for me at all. Well, he's not going to go anywhere else, because that wouldn't make sense. No. Well, I mean, he could try, but I don't think there's anywhere else valuable to go. Everything else is walled. I feel like I could go attack him with more skirmishers and it would be fine. Guess for now, you guys go join up with them. Oh, I hate that. There you go, with them. There's less skirmishers to pay for now. That's something. You guys merge into the main stack. Thank you. You guys chase after him. This might be another 2-turn thing, unfortunately. And there's no nearby food stores, really. I can... This doesn't have a lot of defenders on it. It doesn't. I can head down there like that. Still try to surround him a little bit. There you go. That's something. Kind of ignores the rest of this. Hey, they have a little bit of a fleet. It's not going to do anything, but they have one. Alright, let's see. Not move their administration to the region. Treasury is safe elsewhere. Okay. Okay. It's the Conquerors. Population somewhere has decreased. Here. Population here has decreased. We got a progress token. That's nice. We're starting to build up some money. We're still building this treasury over here. We do have a treasury here. It's eating up 13 money a turn right now. Yeah. If disassembled, to provide 900 to 1,000 money to the owner. Oh, it shows me how much it will provide right now. Huh. Interesting. I guess this might just be maintenance then. I don't know. But hey, yeah, dude, look at that. That's good. I'll have 2 of those set up separately. So I can have up to like 20k just safe elsewhere. Cult site's been finished here. Royal treasury's been finished here. Yeah, okay, so that's actually new. That's new. Cool. I don't think I need to move this guy anywhere else, really. Somewhere over here. Yeah, I know we have preserved food stores up there. Let's go up the coast. In Ankober, down south, we have finished a preceptor house. That's pretty good. I wouldn't mind getting a harbor here at this point. It'll finally take a slot, but I know I can upgrade that. I have hemp here locally, which it needs. But I could also use other things like infrastructure. And the stables could grant me that. And... but then I only have 1 slot after that. We do have access to papyrus. Don't know where it's coming from, but we have access to it. And that would give me culture. A lot of things I need. I think I'll just take the stables for the infrastructure. Equipment wouldn't be bad given the region. I don't know if that will increase the total stockpile or not, but hey. A wheel maker was finished over here in the east. I'll put 1 guy on culture now. We have a lot of slots available. You, at the very least, you can get a harbor. And we got a new population on this island. We're adding to food already, so I'll just add you to infrastructure. Looking north, we got a new pop here that's enabled more building. And I wonder what we should build. I could build a training ground. It'll unlock heavy infantry. I feel like I don't really need that. The garum shop would be fine. The wheel maker would be fine. A lot of these things would just be fine. Yeah, they'd be fine. I think take the garum shop, move 1 of you to infrastructure. It's going to add like 6 more food. Maybe move 2 of you to infrastructure. Maybe move all of you off of here. Put 2 of you on culture. I can help with any loyalty problems. Yeah, that seems good. Next to that is the crafter district. We don't have a palisade here. Well, we see the importance. Let's not skip it. And a crafter district next to that. We could add a monument for some new culture, which will add decadence, though. Needs cattle, which we have. Produce leather. I don't really make this anyway. I think we could benefit from having a tannery. I think I've passed over one earlier. Let's make one. We have a wax workshop. Here we could have a worship place for some loyalty. That's not super important. We only have a single building slot, however. We could spend it to try to buff up growth with the physician's house. Or we could spend it on something else. I've been overlooking health a lot recently, so let's go for the physician's house there. That's fine. Crafter district next to that has been built. A ceramics works. Looks interesting. The end result is importable already. We have a palisade here already. That's good. I could go into infrastructure. I could go into food and health. We have some slots available. Going to loyalty. I'm going to go for the wheel maker with the bonus from lumber. Palisade has been built just next to that. It's kind of the same deal here, but with a little bit less total building slots. I think for here, food is more important, actually. Food and health. So I think the shepherd house is what's going to go here. Yes, sir. Next to that, we got the furnace built, so we have more metal income. That's good. A preceptor's house would be great. Some culture, decadence reduction. I'll take the preceptor house, sure. And there's a new population in Elena. I don't feel like moving that. I think it's in a decent enough spot. We finished a worship place in Elam. I have 5 more slots. I could build a granary. That's a lot of food. I could build wood cutting. We know wood cutting is pretty important. Granary is especially useful, though. But also the garum shop is pretty useful as well. There's a lot of really good things here right now, actually. A lot of really good things here. I don't know. I think we'll go for the granary first. Infrastructure is not as big of a deal. This is part of a greater province anyway. I think it'll work out in the end. Is there... Palmyra army was repulsed from strong repulse from Chaldea. Well, apparently not. Nothing else special here to do or look at in terms of our relationship. They're still slowly going up. We're going to move it over into the next turn. There's nothing else special to do for the time being. Please don't go north. Mr. Palmyra. Oh my god, he didn't move. For once, he didn't move. Oh, hey. This is rebelling. But my unit was still barely on the province. So we could stop these rebels. These rebels are literally stronger than what remains of Palmyra. Are we the defenders? Yes, we're the defenders. Good thing I don't rely on elephants anymore, anywhere. This is pretty much a good one deal. Now, if that unit was actually barely farther by the time this fired, this would be going a lot worse. This would be going a lot worse. But it's a slaughter right now. Look at this. Yep. Did any of them live on the front line at all? Did even one of them live? They're dying in the back now. Not even necessary. Yeah, one warrior lived on the front. They're all dead now. Alright, cool. Well, that's a revolt. Beaten back. And now we catch up on this guy. Finally. Let's finish this fucker off. Of course he has palace guards. That's the most annoying shit completely, like, ever, man. As of right now, it's going well. Yeah, see, you could really benefit by having these not be regular infantry. We're not super reliant on them anymore. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Their regular infantry stood up to my heavy infantry. They're doing pretty decently in rolls, but overall, we are getting enough kills to definitely get a pursuit, if you ask me. Woo! Scary. But dead. Yeah, we got the pursuit. Wiping out a lot more of them. There's a couple left, but they have nowhere to go. Yeah, no. And we didn't even need to run the rest of the way. That should be it. They own nothing. That should finish this. It should all be mine. I think. It's done. The war is fucking done. Yeah, those rebels happened. Population is decreased. Ah, well, you know. Food is looking a lot better now. Damn. Just damn. Let's move these around a little bit. Push off that growth a little bit. Get some more in infrastructure. Yeah, just like that. That looks good to me. We're getting Salt House. All of this stuff will be way higher loyalty all of a sudden. There are some just conquereds out here to be worried about. We can now create the Syria province and the Palmyra province. I might have already been able to make these, honestly. But this is the Palmyra province. We have 2 out of 3 of it. Still, something. None of these are built up at all. But the capital is probably going to go here in the empty location, realistically. What a surprise, I guess. This place could be better, but put a guy on culture. It's stable anyway. And so this is going to be... Oh, Phoenicia. This is its own... This is its own thing. I'll probably send a stack over there. There's a lot of food, like, just in general. 2 turns to get over there. You consume 24 food. I guess that's what we all consume now. This one consumes 18. The only difference really is the warrior. I don't know. But head over there to kind of be the police force, I suppose. You head over here. A lot of these locations could use a police force. I am concerned about the food, but there's a lot of food stockpiled in these regions. These are slightly different locations. Otherwise, it looks good. You are going to link up with him, and you are actually going to go over here. I'm more concerned about this. How many turns will it take you to get there? 3? Okay, that's good. That's actually good. That has a pacing that I want. And now I have 4 armies of 30 men. They could all be improved, realistically. Heavy infantry. It's good. My metal's good. My manpower is great right now. We could definitely look into improving these army stacks. But one thing at a time. I think one of those purchased slaves ended up in the capital because I have another building slot. Definitely just going to get to work immediately on large walls because it doesn't take up a slot, naturally. Click through these. Rebellion, yeah. Population decreased. Conquered their seat of power. They didn't really have a treasury. Okay. On this island, a smokehouse has been completed, which is good for food. We have several slots remaining. Not a lot of good things set up, to be honest. But an herbalist would be good. Some health. That would help move some population. A little bit more manpower. Sounds good to me. A courthouse has finished, and there's nothing else. So we have like, what, every health building here at the moment that we can get? That's kind of crazy. A prison! Loyalty bonus, revolt risk decrease, decadence reduction. Wow. Saying is that prison is for the lucky. The others go to the arena or the salt mines. Hopefully it will keep the troublesome in check and help clean the streets of this sprawling city. That's actually kind of awesome. Especially with this. Revolt risk and loyalty? Yeah. That's with infuriated slavers, of course, but still. That's awesome, dude. Give me that. That's great. We have a new population here from healthcare. He, like, immediately went on food. Okay. And so we have 2 slots here. Huh. That's weird. But alright. A bloomery. What is this for? Money and metal. You get a lot more if you have iron, which I don't. I can build a sacred estate. It's an upgrade from the worship place. That's nice. The worship place is weird, man. Because it can upgrade into 2 different things. Either a sacred estate or a synagogue. I guess a synagogue is specific to somebody else. But a sacred estate's a fuck ton of culture. We have all the bonuses. It's a loyalty bonus as well. Yeah, man. 0 slot usage. Give me that. That's awesome. It costs some stuff. Infrastructure, food. Nothing terrible. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. Oh, God, help me. North of that, we finished a palisade. God, give me the palisades. A preceptor house would be pretty useful here. Some culture, decadence reduction. Yep. How are we doing in that? My decadence is much higher than my culture. Interesting. Wow. More of a reason why we need decadence reduction. We just took over a lot of stuff, which will certainly add up to that, you know? Getting a little bit more happiness with everybody. Yeah. 16% chance alliance with the Antagonids, 15% with the Marians. I'll ask both of them. Because I would love to get both of them, have some big, strong allies around me. And I'd be pretty well protected at this point. Like, everybody around me would kind of be an ally, and I'd have to turn into, like, this naval power to some extent. Sort of, right? Because I could go strike out from Blemmies, for example. But a lot of things... Well, if I get allied with the Antagonids, I could just go through them to fight, take over Egypt, and go into Africa. Yeah. Honestly, with the way this is going, as an ally, I really might just end up cannibalizing Ethiopia. They haven't grown a lot, no matter how well they end up doing in any of their wars. They've stayed pretty tiny. And if I'm gonna, like, absorb Blemmies eventually, then owning all of Eritrea, the coast here, would be pretty handy to me. It would help me control, like, this coastline and give me a stage, a reason to go after Nubia, Egypt, or anybody in Africa, while I have no problems with the Antagonids, Maria, or anybody else around me who can kind of protect me in these directions. And I could pick my fights, because if I go to war with Egypt, except for, like, right here, they can't really reach me except for here. It really narrows my front, gives me a lot of the say. I don't know if they have a navy here, which means it might be worth getting some ships for the rear. No more than 10, like, normal warships, if anything. It is something good to consider, though. We have finished a public works in the desert. Ooh, a palisade. You know we need a palisade. Give me the palisade. Garum shop is finished. Looks good to me. We're hitting a lot of building caps, but a lot of things are finishing. There's a shepherd house that just finished over here. There's only one building slot available. I think I might spend that on a monument just because it doesn't take any slots. Really the only reason. We have growth next turn that's coming in. That's fine. New population in Uruk, but we're still building some farms. Probably put you on infrastructure because, again, we're getting the farms. Expert stonecutter built way over here. I get an anchorage. I don't have an anchorage. That sounds good to me. Next to that, a crafter district. We only have one slot here at all. But we have to pick something. I didn't take the fortune seller. Get some money and loyalty. We could do some loyalty here. Look at that. Money is not, like, super needed, but it is always technically needed. A slave was received over here, and now it can build. It also finished building a school. We have another slot as a result of everything here. This is actually rough, but I'm gonna make the brickwork. I'll add like 11. And then I could move another Hellenic citizen, let's say, down to culture for right now. Try to maybe help with loyalty a little bit. Help with culture in general, right there in that spot. Slave's been received here. There's a lot of slaves. Slave been received there. It's just, I think, places in general where we have the slave markets, and I think it prioritizes the less populated locations. It feels like it does, based on where these are going. If that's random, then I'm impressed. I don't think there's any idle regions at all at this point. Nope, none that I can find. Well, then we're hoping for the best at this point. Everybody's going out to try to police force this new territory that we've conquered, try to prevent any more rebellions. That would be nice. Some of these places don't have their palisades anymore. Like, they had walls and shit, but I guess I destroyed them. This one isn't destroyed, but this one is. Very interesting. Also, holy shit, this is set up very weird. This is very, very strange. I mean, I guess this is fine. That's okay. I would say, I don't know if I've looked at all these things yet. This one I certainly haven't. This doesn't have anything it can really build at the moment, but it's going to contribute to a greater province here shortly. And with that, we have a nice full episode, so that's going to be it for today. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.